Earlier this week, director Ben Wheatley and actor Dan Skinner were in town to talk about their new feature High Rise, which is out next week, and we got a chance to catch up with them.
For all its inconveniences, Lang was satisfied with life in the high rise, ready to move forward and explore life.
High Rise is a film that is based on the J.G. Ballard book of the same name that was written in 1975. And the book was a predictive fiction with Ballard looking from 75 into the near future. And it was about a tower block where lots of people moved in thinking they were going to escape grubby London, and then they all start falling out with each other, and then it gets worse and worse and worse, and anarchy ensues. And it kind of Ballard is saying that in the future the people are going to be more reliant on technology, and that's going to bring about their downfall, but also that the split between rich and poor is going to become more pronounced. And when you read that now, instead of looking like predictive fiction, it actually just looks like a brochure about the news, you know.
My car was crushed by a reversing cement truck.
I'm afraid I'm not a physiotherapist.
I know what you are, Dr. Lamb. Constant exercise is the only thing that keeps the pain at bay. So you could say, not only am I the building's first road casualty, but I am the architect of my own accident. What do you think of that?
Is that a horse?
Probably. My wife rides.
On the 40th floor?
It was great to be here in Northern Ireland. We were over in Bangor, and we got to see quite a bit of the place because we were here for quite a while, and we were in various different locations as well.
Yeah, it's weird coming back today. I was like, I don't feel like I'd left, you know, and it was 2 years ago now. It's all very familiar in like coming back to Belfast. I just remember the first time I went to Belfast and it just being, everybody being really warm and it being really, you know, and I'd grown up kind of as a kid in the 80s. Well, I went to school in London. We used to do a lot of stuff about the Troubles, and it was all about Kilburn, and it was all about like stuff. And I was always a bit like slightly worried about Belfast, you know. It's just been drilled into me as a kid. And I turned up, and it was really cool, and it was fine, you know, and everything was much more relaxed, you know. And then we went down to, and when we were working in Bangor, it was great, you know. It was just, you know, it was very intense just working on the thing, but we didn't go out massively. I didn't anyway, and you lot were all stuck in the clud and having a really good time, so I didn't see any of that either. But it was, you know, we had my family down, we went into Belfast for weekends and stuff. It was brilliant. Yeah.
You built all this?
I put all my energies into this town, but I am the architect of my own accident.
I think all of the Ballard stories have, on one hand, they have a really neat kind of science fiction angle that's a kind of bit pulpy, and on the other hand, they have a load of characters that don't react like B-movie characters. They react in a much more realistic and psychological and human way, and modern entertainment likes its characters a certain way, likes them to have very, you know, gentle arcs where they kind of win the day at the end and succeed, and heroic all the way through. And a lot of the Ballardian characters aren't like that. They're moral cowards, or they observe and they don't get involved, or they overreach and fail, you know. And I can see that being maybe being an issue.
Doesn't it seem odd that a man can fall from the 39th floor and not one police car turn up? Where's the sirens?
What have you got there?
A kaleidoscope.
What can you see through that thing?
The future.